Hello there gang, DD DeVere here with another Past Blast, playing a classic game of yesteryear. And today, I'm playing a little bit of Incoming Forces, as we put it to the test of time, and to see how well it still plays to this day. This is of course the sequel to 1998's Incoming, and this was released in 2002 and still developed by Rage Software, who at the time were quite a powerhouse as far as game development goes. So what do we get in the way of options in it, stuff like that? Well, before we get to there is a few technical issues with this one, at least through Steam. I can't say about GOG or other digital download places, but when you first download it, there is a guide on Steam's forum. You'll need to go find a link to download some files. You'll need to extract them, rename a file, and then copy them into the folder, or it won't run at all on Windows 10 or Windows 8. It's not a hard fix, it is fully a guide over at Steam, and if there is a problem with GOG, I'm sure there'll be one there as well, but best to be aware of it. There's also an exterior launcher because it does support modern resolutions, which is nice. So let's have a quick glance at the in-game options that we get. We've now got the technical issues covered. So a few settings, but not a great amount. A couple of sound options. Customizable controls as one would expect. Still like the original, divided into air, ground and turret controls, as well as general settings. They're all fairly straightforward. Controller setup. You do also I believe you can have joystick with this one, but this we'll talk about when we dive in game. I am using now mouse and keyboard because there were issues with the original. And then just if you want your name for multiplayer, but yes, multiplayer's probably gone the way of the dodo now, so there's probably not too much point worrying about that. So again, single player content wise, so you get a tutorial, very short tutorial that's quite nice, takes you through the basics, and so the rest of it's now a campaign. There's no more arcade version like there was in the original Incoming. So let's dive on in with the first mission and play through some of that, and I'll skip some of the intro stuff as usual. So of course the first big change is that we are actually playing one of the alien forces this time round. Basically this carries on after the original game, story-wise, lore-wise. But Earth has gone on to try and attack the aliens that attacked Earth. But they need to take over our system as a launch pad for the enemy, to destroy the enemy aliens. And they've invaded, because we've said, no, you can't basically, we don't want to get involved. So they're trying to invade, and we're defending our homeland now from the humans. So we're sort of a third alien race. And as you can guess, this is the ground combat part. So this is far more sci-fi than the original Incoming Forces, which had as well as alien aircraft, you could also fly Apache Havocs and those kind of things, as well as Harrier jump jets. This is far more fully sci-fied out. I'm getting a bit of a hammering from somewhere. So the ground vehicles are definitely a massive improvement, although still very flighty in comparison to the air vehicles, which we shall see soon enough. I'm sure there's some more tanks around here. Yeah, I should be using my radar and my eyes to find them. So the visuals, much improved. Yeah, it does, as I say, support modern resolutions. There's still a sort of auto aiming with the shooting, as you can see. But it's much tighter now. You still have to get the indicator to lock before the auto aim will work. Otherwise, it's unguided. Yeah, these anti-grav tanks are still a little bit flighty. So overall, it's some quite big areas to play in as well. There's still more tanks around here. Where are they? Where have they gone? I've got to be paying attention to what's going on around me. Alright, good. You're not fighting alone anymore either. You do have AI around you that are actually pretty good. Right, so we've got to get to the agricultural settlement now. But yeah, the visuals are pretty resplendent, pretty typical Rage software. Lots of bright colours, big and bold, sort of bold, I should say, bald. Big and bold structures everywhere. Lots of colourful explosions and lasers. I was always very keen on those sort of things. So hopefully some of my other tanks should be coming up in support shortly. Otherwise I'll have a bit of a hard game on my hands here. If they don't, get a move on. Try not to catch the attention of too many tanks at the same time here. Well, they should be around somewhere. I don't know where they've got to. They didn't all get destroyed, I hope. One thing with this game is it's not easy, in all honesty. Expect to be playing missions several times over sometimes before you get through them. Some of the time limits in this game are absolutely rock solid tight. It's not just one thing usually in the game, there's usually multiple types of things to do with inside of a mission. I probably don't want to sit here and face head-on fight because I'm nearly dead. That's not good. Bottom left is my armour. Hopefully we can get in before he hammers me. Oh, just in time. Oh, is this why? Is there one left over here? There is one left over here. Yeah, maybe the rest of my teammates got wiped out then. Luckily you can strafe in hover tanks. Now that was down to the bone. And it is fairly generous on checkpoints at least. Righto. But here's the other big change, the transfer to the fighter ship. Where is the fighter ship? Ah, here we go. Oh, I'm too close, I can't get the elevation on it. There we go. Once that goes green, if I press T. Yes, you can now swap vehicles in mid-mission. I want to get, there we are. I press M. I can switch to a faster mode of flight, but I can't use my guns. That should bring us out roughly in... Oh, I come out of hyperspace too early there. So there is some sort of small issues with the controls. They're kind of twitchy. It's a bit of an odd control system. It's kind of sort of slow, quite close to the centre of your screen, and then gets sort of faster. Ow, how did I misturn there? I'm crashing into the ground at this rate. I've lost track of where everything is. That's probably going to be me losing this mission now. You really have to stay absolutely on top of a lot of things here. I'm playing this on the medium difficulty level. That's our medical ship. Okay, so it's not too bad so far. I'll tank the damage from here, just to put them off shooting at my medical ship. There's a fairly good selection of mission types in game, and in fairness, got to give them credit there. You've really got to play sort of pretty fast and aggressive. Good, that looks like somebody's shooting at me. That's what we want. I'll get back to that medical ship pretty quick. But yeah, the controls are a whole lot smoother than the original. I'm playing this now with mouse and keyboard, whereas that was not really possible with the original. Oh, someone's picked him up. Those are the priority ones. Damn, that's it. Yeah, this game does not give you a lot of leeway. It expects you to bring your A game right from the off. As I say, luckily the checkpoints are fairly... Seen that cutscene, so we'll skip that. This one thing, if you do restart from a checkpoint, you do get all your shield stuff back. There is recharge stations, because there is technically fuel on vehicles, but that's not the biggest requirement. But obviously, as your shields get destroyed, you have to find a place to... Stop, come back. Lost track of my T key there. Right, now. This time around I'm going to close the distance a lot faster. And they're probably tracking my friendly, so I'll try and intercept from further out this time. Yeah, that is the... The AI itself is actually pretty good. It gets a bit crashy like the old original Incoming though. That could sometimes get a little bit crashy as well. So they're probably more likely to be targeting me than the transport. Now here's what I'm after. He's probably going for the transports. Yeah, target identification is very important in this game. So yeah, all in all, it's a massive improvement over the original. Basically, it's a lot more sci-fi-y. There's a lot more... Well, there's less content overall, admittedly. As you see, the campaign's not quite as big. There's no arcade version. Oh. There's no arcade play, but the content that you do get, the campaign you get, is much better. Also, there's another silly tactical thing that the attempt to do RTS, that's all gone, thankfully. See what I mean? They do sometimes like to do their head-ons, unfortunately. And with it, the game itself is more challenging. Story-wise, yeah, you know, it's nothing groundbreaking. I was wrong about that. They're all hunting my... Oh dear. Oh dear. I'll put this down to gameplay and then rating. And there is still gun turrets as well in the game that you can switch to. And of course, as you go through the game, you get more powerful vehicle types and different vehicle types. But that's the good thing. A lot of the time, you'll actually be able to switch in mission between a tank or an aircraft if you want to. Some missions, of course, will be air only. Some might be ground only. Some will give you a bit of the option, a leeway there. And I suppose that's the other big problem, is the aircraft is just so much better. I just dropped my mouse. The aircraft is just so much better than the tanks, even though the tanks are a lot better than the original. They're still very flighty. That there's very little reason, if you've got the choice of the two, you'll take the aircraft every time. It has better secondary weapons. We've also got some sort of funkier weapon types as well later on with the howitzer tanks you sometimes get. That's something. So overall, how has it stood the test of time? Incredibly well. Outside the technical issues mentioned at the beginning, to get the game actually running on modern systems, as I say, Windows 10 and Windows 8 in specific, I believe it's fine on... It might be fine on 32-bit Windows 7, I'm not sure about 64-bit. But outside of that, it is an easy fix. It's renaming one file, copying them and then copying them across into the folder. It's not hard. It plays fast and crisp. The performance is pretty excellent throughout. It's a lot more stable than the original as well. I haven't had any bugs or crashes. I've played it through the campaign. No problems. The campaign itself, plenty of good mixed action. Some of it is very tough. As I say, that was just a medium setting. But even on low, you don't have a lot of wiggle room, shall we say? But the fact, the whole content is just everything is so much higher than the original. So, and the fact, as I mentioned in the last video I did on the original Incoming, is of course it's part of the pack. You know, you can only buy Incoming Forces and Incoming together. So you get both games for a £5 or whatever they cost. It's not much. So, absolutely, this one, in my humble opinion at least, gets an absolute, if I did thumbs up or out of 10s, this would be definitely high on that out of 10 list for sure. So anyway, gang, I think we'll conclude our dealings here. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video. Hopefully you found it useful and entertaining in some way. And as ever, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to let me know you're alive. I shall see you all next time. Bye for now.